Oh, Lordy. Oh. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Look at the rust on that thing. Whoa. Ay, ay, ay. Pretty sad. I'm afraid to look inside the engine block. Oh, Lord, yeah. That's pretty awful. See if I can get a picture for you. Let's see. That's pretty rusted in there. That's pretty bad. Well, the shaft on this is pretty well encrusted, so I'm gonna just kind of not drop the whole thing in there. I'm just gonna rest the distributor in there. It's just so the shaft is in solution. That's just a simple solution to remove rust and grease and all, and just run that for about 15 minutes, see if it kind of loosen it up a little bit. I ran a few parts through the ultrasonic just to clean up any grease and stuff. I'm gonna there's some rust on there, so I'm gonna have to scrub these down a little bit. There's quite a bit of, looks like rust. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I'm gonna run with this brass brush here. I'm gonna try to knock some of this loose and then run it back in through the sonic cleaner for another 15 minutes. See if I can clear this up here. But this this part of the distributor was not rusted significantly. I think it had enough lubrication in there, or oil, to keep it from rusting, but the rust was here on this part of the shaft. As you can see, the last bit, and then it connects into the oil pump. This part was heavily rusted, and I think that was what was seized inside the distributor bore. That's going to be fun to clean out. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. So I'm going to clean this up the best I can, and I'll bring you guys back here when I've done that. Well, I degreased it, derustified it, and put some PB Blaster on there to try to prevent it from flash rusting. So got all the bits, all the chunky bits off of here. There's some pitting on the distributor shaft, but I'm going to call that good. And the shaft here that sits in the bore of the block is not too bad. There's minor pitting that cleaned up real nice. I don't believe that will be a problem. The distributor itself is in pretty good shape. Inside looks real good. I cleaned that out, got all the little crusty bits out, and cleaned the bottom as best I can. I did not take all those weights and springs and everything else out. I didn't take all that apart. Cleaned up the little oiler, so it's working pretty good now. Whoops. Anyway, got to take the little plate. It came off. So Autolite IAD, looks like 4008, and a block over to the right says 2Z, and then a B stamped out here. I don't know what all that is. I'll figure it out. I believe this was new. The points look pretty good. It looks like a fresh condenser, so I'm just gonna call this one good, and I'll just reinstall that. And before I put everything back in, I have to clean the bore out of the block, which is a little crustified. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. Anyway, one step forward. Alright, I cleaned up the bore or the distributor using a couple of tools, mostly just bottle brushes, you know, the steel, the brass, and the hard nylon ones, and a vacuum with a small, I used a funnel to get way down in there. And then I used a brake wheel cylinder honing tool, because it was small enough and not too hard that I could get into this bore. Let's see if we can see the results. Are not too bad. I test fitted the distributor. It's free, it's moving, so I'll just use my assembly lube, and it should be working now. Yay for me.